Paul, thanks very much for joining us this afternoon before the game. 12 games unbeaten in the league. What's been the foundations behind such a great run of form?
I think the goal against Colin is probably one of the most important things. Because if you're keeping the back door closed, it always gives you a chance. And along the way, we've snatched the odd last-minute draw or winner, which has kept it going. And with the back of being unbeaten for 12 games last year, going into 12 games this year, we're up to 24 games. So it's a great run, and it's something that the club, the players, we want to keep going. I think this could be our sternest test today. But like you say, I think the platform has to be how hard we've worked to keep clean sheets and not concede many goals. And you've always got a chance there.
And looking back at Kettering Town on Tuesday, a lot of people anticipated a goal rush, possibly. You mentioned the fact that the team does work hard. Is that best exemplified by the Kettering game? The fact that you did come back against a potentially banana skin opponent?
Yeah, well, it was a no-win game for us because of the situation. It was one of them games that you expected to win, and with the problems there, I thought they were very spirited, and I think it ended up being a good game actually. We didn't take the early opportunities, scored from the set play. As you said, there's a bit of belief that we came. I thought we played with a bit more control second half. I thought first half there was too many players trying to sort it out themselves, thinking they were getting frustrated. I keep mentioning focus and concentration to them, and like so we had 3 or 4 trying to do too much. I thought second half when we simplified it a bit, we looked a bit better and deservedly won the game. But like you say, give them a bit of credit, but I think the missed chances made it a tougher night for us. But like you said, there is that belief where even when we do go one down, we still think we can turn it around.
And you made reference to it earlier, St Neots Town today, 3rd in the league, 2 points behind us. Is this the toughest game of the season so far?
I think possibly. I think as the season goes on, they get more important, and we're in November, but people will look at this one already. Obviously, we both had good starts. They've got a lot of quality. When you look at the side on paper this year, it's as strong as anything in the league, if not the strongest side. They've invested in the team. They're one of the teams that can go out and pay a few quid for players, and fair play. They look like they've spent it wisely, they'll be there and thereabouts in May. We'd love to be at full strength today. Sort of games we're not. We've got 2 or 3 out, so it'll be a test to the squad's resilience, and very important that we keep it nice and tight and see where that takes us.
Joe Magunda, one of those players out today. How much of a loss will he be to the team?
Well, he is. Yeah, I mean he's done well for us. But I keep emphasising that we haven't got a big squad, but there's good depth there and quality. The 16, 17 players we've got, we've had to mix it up a few times this year. We've come through, and today, with the 2 central lads missing, we've got to swap things around a little bit, move 1 or 2 things about, and that's when you need a strong bench, and we have got that. So hopefully, we're always going to miss Joe. Joe's been good for us this year, but I'm hoping the 1 or 2 pockets voids that fill, but hopefully the boys will do okay.
And just looking at a couple of those St Neots players, Ben Mackey making his return to the club today, Stephen Moore as well, another player with pedigree. Is it as much about keeping those 2 out of the scoring charts today, and then possibly that could control you to win the game?
Well, that is important. I mean, when they go forward with numbers. They've obviously got them too. And as a pair, look, Ben looks in good nick now, and he's got himself. He had a horrific injury. He was here for a bit, but I think the back end of last season and the start of this year, he's looking like the player he was a couple of years ago. And with Stefan's a player that could play a lot higher. We all know that. So them 2 as a pair are good, but they play with good width. They've got some good players, and like you say, it is important that in our final third of the pitch defensively, we've got to be good today, and we've got to be switched on because there's good movement, and they've got a number of players that can hurt you, and we need to be aware of that.
And just finally, 418 fans got right behind the team against Kettering on Tuesday night. Bigger than normal crowd expected today, and how important is their backing, do you think, in terms of getting the team to
Well,
win?
it is, yeah. I mean, you know yourself sometimes. I mean, we played Arsley here, and we were 3-2 down with 7-8 minutes to go, and we were kicking towards the main stand at the back of the goal, and when we got back to 3-3, and the winning goal was half sucked in by them. And it gives the players a lift, especially when they're coming down here, down towards this end of the pitch, and there's like say 500, 600, 700 behind the goal and singing away, and it just gets the momentum going. I think there is definitely a theory in the 12th man, and when we're on a decent run and the crowds are up here and they're vocal, it's a good place to play football. So hopefully they'll play the part today.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Paul.
Yeah, well, okay. Cheers. Yes, sir. You got this on? Oh, right. You got a roof on it.
I know. Yeah.
How much? In the third minute, opening goal for Leamington, Leon Daly!
Why don't you get sat down and just leave two standing for a start, Leamington.
goal, a good finish again.
Chilly, come on!
Guys, official attendance is 707. 707. We thank you for your continued support here at the Windmill Ground.
Tommy, right back!
Liam, cheers for joining us. 3-0 win against a team third in the league. Was it that blistering first 20 minutes that gave you the victory?
Yeah, we've just said in there, I think in both periods, I think the first 20 minutes of either half, that really was crucial, especially for ourselves. I mean, we came out, out the block so well today. And again, our finishing was, really clinical. We broke at pace, we defended well. And obviously with St Neots, we knew the danger that they possessed with obviously their two strikers of Ben, Mackie and Maury. And I think we just had a game plan, we stuck to it, and it worked out very well. And again, the second 20 minutes, the first 20 minutes of the second period again, that was crucial. Even though you're 3-0 up, we've all been in situations in football where you can have such a blistering first half. It's the old adage of a game of two halves. We sort of defended well, and we did the right things at the right times. Our decision making was very good, and yeah, I think obviously if you score 3 goals in such a quick space of time, it's hard for any team to come back from. And yeah, really pleased with it. Yeah.
And obviously looking at this quick start, Liam Daly with a great strike for the opening goal.
Liam. I mean, you know, he's been a revelation. He rejoined us just after Christmas last year. He had a spell away, and he's since then been absolutely outstanding. And obviously, you know, it coincided with a run. We haven't been beaten since February, so it's 25 unbeaten in the league. And again, this season he's been, you know, absolutely outstanding for us. You know, he's been absolutely brilliant. He's weighed in, I think, 7 or 8 goals, crucial goals as well. You know, goals in the last minutes of games that have kept the run going, and you know, he's been very important to us, Liam, in both boxes. Yeah.
And Stephen Morley, left back coming forward, another important player, and great finish from him too.
Very much so. I mean, that's the danger with Steph. Steph's got one of the best left foots in non-league football as far as we're concerned. And again, his delivery, his set pieces from Steph, we always guarantee quality. I think we'll probably have a little word with him afterwards to see whether he actually meant it. I'm not sure. I did remember him running back and saying, offered my congratulations, what a great cross. But yeah, went in. It was. I think that goal, was really pleasing as a build-up play. I think it must have been about a dozen passes. He kept the ball, moved it really briskly and quickly at good tempo, and thoroughly deserved that goal. Yeah.
Another fine goal from Lee Chilton, recalled to the his striker position today.
Yeah. Chilly's obviously done a job for us since he came to the club 18 months ago on the left-hand side generally. But we saw a little opening, and we just threw him in at Hemel when we won at Hemel the other week 3-1. And he played that little withdrawn role off the striker, off Ricky Johnson, and it worked very well. And we just thought maybe today probably was the right game to. We won't always do that with Lee. We won't always deploy him in that position, but yeah, he worked well. And I think that had a because St Neots had a spell of about 10 minutes just for our time where they started to get the ball down and they got it from back to front quite quickly. And I think when Lee was on, he stopped that ball going from back to front as quick as it did. But yeah, he was a good plus for us today. Apart from the injury, it'll probably keep him out between 2 and 3 weeks, which is a blow.
Yeah, disappointing for him. But obviously, what does it say about your strength and depth that you can bring Tom Berwick off the bench?
This is the thing. I will say Tommy Berwick has been outstanding. He scored, I think, 8 or 9 goals this season in 14, 15 starts. Can't ask any more from a striker at this level or any level with that record. Tommy had a good game Tuesday, very good game in fact. But with the squad that we've got, it's more of a horses for courses type situation today. Tommy, Tommy's got a great attitude. He's a good player, he's a good finisher, and I'm sure he'd grace any team in this league with his finishing prowess and his work rate. But it's just one of them things, it's a squad game, and that's the benefit of having such a I wouldn't say a large squad, but such a great technical squad that we've got. Fantastic.
Is the type of selection headache that yourself and Paul like to have?
Well, that's the thing. I'm sure. Even before the game today, there was we're in there discussing the side, and we spoke about it all day yesterday, and training as well. And there's all that. There's all that sort of thing that goes on. It's a very difficult decision. Any of the players. For example, Jamie Hood, the skipper, came straight. Well, we substituted Kettering, came straight back in today. It was excellent. But yeah, we just. I think Paul sort of. The days are gone where you win a game, you keep the same side. Those days are gone. I think you have to look now, and a lot more teams look now at the opposition to see where you think you can benefit from the side that you pick.
And you mentioned that strong first 20 minutes of the second half too. Obviously, I thought you looked personally very competitive, very composed, very professional. I
think that's it about us. I think we've got a good balance now between the ability side, the way we pass the ball, the way we move it, and I think we've also got this this bite, this determination with us, and I think that comes from the length of the unbeaten run. But yeah, with this season, there's something a little bit. Extra we've got, a little bit more bite. We are physically strong. We are physically strong, but in this league you have to have both. You have to be able to open teams up. You have to be able to pass it well, move it quickly, and you've got to be able to dig in more than anything. But yeah, we did both. We showed both today, which is really pleasing.
And just finally, the long unbeaten run continues. Is it a case of keeping the lads' feet on the ground?
Feet on the ground. We'll learn. We learnt from last season. We had a great start to last season, and I think we'll probably top at Christmas or something like that. And then obviously we didn't win for 10 games, so we know how football is so fickle. We know how the game can change so quickly, and the lads have really worked hard, and we've put a lot of work into what we're trying to achieve here. On the training pitch and and whatnot. But yeah, we need both sides. You need both sides of your team to turn up. One is that quick passing tempo, making the right decisions on the ball, and the other is determination, grit. And it's like anything, confidence breeds confidence, you know, and we're certainly playing with a lot of confidence. It's simple, really.
Liam, cheers for joining us.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Yeah, no problem.
Cheers,
Thank
mate.
you. Cheers.
Boys, cheers for joining us. Richard, let's start with you. What are the foundations of that win today against third place team in the league? Not a bad win at all.
I think it's just the heart we've got in the team. Like a lot of the lads have maintained a good high level of performance this season. I've just come back from an injury, so I thought I was going to struggle to get in, but due to injuries, I've come back in and played 90 minutes today. I was struggling towards the end, but there's a lot of lads around you who help you through the game, and I just think it's a team ethic, like 100% help. You get with players like Daly chucking in the goals as well. He's got 7 himself, and I think it's just a good all-over performance.
Liam, you opened the scoring today, of course. That first 20 minutes, what a start it was.
But that's it. To be fair, the gaffer said in the team talk that we needed to be concentrating from the start, and I think we hit the ground running. To be fair, but I think that's what we've done this season really well. To be fair, we haven't let teams come. I think it goes back to February since we've lost the game now, and I think that's the key to us at the minute. We're getting out and we're not letting teams play around us, and we're hitting them with a good tempo from the start. And I was chuffed to get the goal today, so especially to open the scoring up. I hit a bit of form in the season. I scored 6 goals in I think it was 6 games or something like that. So I was glad to get back on the score sheet today to open the scoring.
And Stephen Morley chipping in with a goal from left back. Did he mean it though? I think we've had this discussion already.
To be fair to say, he's got great quality. He's probably I'd say he's the best left back. He's got great quality in the league. So I can't really say he didn't mean to do it because I've seen him do it many times in training anyway. So I'd say he did mean it.
Richard, what does it say about your strength and depth? That obviously Lee Chilton scores a goal, unfortunately has to go off injured, but you can bring Tommy Berwick off the bench.
It just proves the gaffer brought in the right people at the right time. At the end of the day, if you haven't got good cover, you're not going to be pushing for the title, are you? So he's got good strength in depth. Yeah. And that just proves the players that can come in to do the slot. It's not like the gaffer ain't got to worry about somebody getting injured or blah blah blah.
Well, the thing is, in the team, so the gaffer said we've got a great squad at the minute, and he said people are knocking on the door every week. Because to me, Tom Berry is our top goal scorer. He's been outstanding this season, but Ricky Johnson's also done just as well as he's come in, and the gaffer's got a hard choice to make, and he's opted to go with Ricky today, who's done well, but Tom I thought was excellent when he come on as well, and it's just a bit unfortunate at the minute with the formation we're playing. It's not suiting both of them to start together, but you can tell when they play against teams are scared against them. They're both big, strong presence, and Tom and they both know where the net is. So
you've got a strong presence up front, absolutely, but also you kept them out the back. I mean, Stephen Moore, Ben Mackey up front, always a handful, and you kept them out quite comfortably.
We all, me, Hoodie, and Stephen and Ben, we all go back like was at House Owen together, and obviously me, Ben and Hoodie was at Leamington together, and we knew from the start it was going to be a tough game today. They've got great quality up front, but to be fair to the lads today, Hoodie coming here, same as Richard, they haven't played a lot of games lately with Hoodie's suspension, but they both just slotted in. Hoodie looked like he hadn't been away, and I thought he played very well today at the back.
If you look at it though, these 4 have been together for the last couple of seasons now, so they know each other really well. So if you think about it, 4 people playing 2-3 seasons together, they've got to know each other's ups and downs.
That's we're just talking. Our defensive record, we conceded 3 in one game. So apart from that, we would have conceded 6 goals. So just goes to show, and obviously Noel's done superb since he's coming as well behind us.